Alright, so recently the idea of a 50-year mortgage was floated, citing lower payments and higher lifetime costs here in Forbes. And I tend to disagree a bit with the take in this article. We're gonna go over it together. And then I will speak a bit about why I think that Teresa Guillicardo is wrong on her take here with the 50-year-old mortgage not happening. Alright, just let's go through it real quick here. So the idea is being floated. Earlier here on November the 8th, President Trump on Truth Social posted a picture of himself with FDR proposing that he wants lenders to offer 50-year mortgages, which would lower the required monthly payment on new loans. So classic, legitimate political strategy. They call it floating a balloon. From financial terms, I would more say that they are subsidizing the cost of owning a home. This is not something new. We will go over that in just a little bit. But let's listen in on this take here. Very, very political lens. Of course, studying this through more of a financial lens gives you a different take. So the idea is that if you float a policy idea, you can gauge public opinion. Will be shut down, in the public market, or will this idea be embraced? And in this case, the author says that this 50-year mortgage idea is likely to be shut down, and arguing here for why it will pop, this idea. More risk, arguing that, alright, the cost of borrowing is going to go up a lot. I looked at this, and the amount of interest paid on the average American home will go from $400,000 to $800,000 with this new proposal. I think they did some similar calculation here. Yes, $466,000 to $862,000 with this 50-year mortgage. Just a lot of people are doing this calculation on YouTube right now, taking a look at it. But will the average person do the same calculation? Most likely not. They're gonna look at the mortgage payment and they're gonna say, oh, $300 a month less that I have to pay. Boom, let's do it. And all of these older people with unsold houses out on the market are finally going to be able to find a buyer. So extending the length of the mortgage, it's not something new. In this case, Trump posted a picture of himself next to FDR, a older president of America, who introduced the 30-year-old mortgage. But before that, the mortgage was a lot shorter. It was even 15 years at one point in time. But as home prices just have continued to soar, so has the length of the mortgage as well. And not only the length, that's not the only lever being pulled in this case. We also see that the amount being loaned out as a proportion of your total yearly income is increasing. So it's gone from 2 times the yearly income to 3 to 4 and 4.5 if you're a first-time buyer, and just increasing like this, pulling different levers, and it all follows a theme. They are subsidizing the cost of homes. They are propping up the housing market. They are kicking the can further down the road because we don't want to feel the pain today. Let somebody else take the pain way later down the line. So I have to argue against this article here in Forbes. I think that we will eventually see a 50-year mortgage because people, they don't do the math that we see in an article like this. They just buy because that's the American dream. That's what a successful person is supposed to do. And then you end up loaded with debt, a slave to the system. Alright, that's been it for this video. And as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.